Hey everyone, a quick note. I'm learning, uh, to use the other feet on here. Of course, I'm going to watch other people. So, or maybe you don't, that I am making different kinds of buttonholes with the Singer Heavy Duty 4452. I was testing something out with this button here. And, now I'm thinking, you know what? Since I made this buttonhole completely different, let me give you some lighting, completely different than the other buttonholes. And eventually I will show you how I finagled this look, because I want to improve that one, but I used this machine to get this button on here, and then I put it next to this buttonhole here on purpose, that way. Aha. When you're going to test it, make a buttonhole. I used the buttonhole setting on this one. I did not use the buttonhole foot. That thing is weird. So I just make a line by, this is what I do. I will show you this real quick. So what I do is I take my Taylor's chalk pencil. Oh, that was spoopy. And I go like this. If it'll fit through there, it will leave a mark. It left a mark right here. I don't think you can really see that, but there is a little dot right here. Bring it over here. Step into the light, Carol Ann. So that you can see that better. So there's that dot there. Try to make sure you have that sharpened as good as possible. If you want the decorative side down, go ahead, just go like that. Hope that it marks through, even if you have to do that. Then mark it here, 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 and here. Now there's a reason for that, and that in which I shall show you. You have your dots here from the button. You take a ruler, if you have one. Just take something with a straight line. Mark it across here. Make sure you have this weighted down because that helps. Mark it here. Mark it here. And there's a reason for that. I'm sure you get the reason, because that's marked in the center one side, the other side. You want to make sure you have this in crosshair formation. Yes, I did just say that, in the crosshairs. That way when you go to do this, you have that center line right here. I can tell you old Taylor's secret. Get the end of that wet. You ever wonder why they got that little thing of water next to them? Because they're getting the end of that wet. I always keep some near me for that reason. Now, once you have that marked, you can, after, go ahead and just do the thing. But like I said, this, put your button to the flat side. If this button sits flat enough with the decorative side up, and I believe it might not fit this buttonhole. Oh, it will. Now this buttonhole, I did not sew the pieces back like I did this one. And like I said, I put this one near that one because I knew that button would fit. Move this out of the way. Put you back over here. And then we'll go ahead and get our machine. Now, it might be a little hard for you to finagle at first because there is this little back piece on the back of this. Lift. Now, as you notice, I did not put that all the way down yet. I do have this on a zigzag, but you can also switch this. Like I said, make sure you have it near that buttonhole. Push your fabric back enough and try to make sure that you have this centered. Put your buttonhole foot down. Now you're not going to use the foot on this. And that's why I have this set for spinning a bobbin. Take the dial on the side. Oh, that went really good. Now this is going to want to come over. And of course, it's not going to line all the way up. Go ahead and move your button over. Again, make sure that you have that towards you. And again, bring it down. If it's not going to line up, just get it over. Now that we've done that, and we're not going to lock the stitch down yet, we're going to do a square for this. Just bring it over. We're actually moving the piece of fabric with this. Oh, it doesn't want to do it. Okay. And if you have a little issue with that, remember, lift the foot, bring it over. That's the buttonhole. Do this a couple of times with both. On this one, you will come back to the one on the left. Bring it back down to the one on the right. Over to the left. That one don't want to go. And then when we finish off with this, they recommend using a straight stitch. That way you can lock it. Now, here's where the square comes in. You're going to obviously move that. You're going to bring these two holes towards you. And if it doesn't go how you want, okay, there we go. Moved by itself. That's good. There we go. And then one more up here. Now, if you're comfortable just running the pedal, hey, that's cool and everything. And now we are going to switch to a straight stitch. Bring it down. Bring it down again. Now I'm going to show you what I will do. I'm going to move this way. Bring it down. Bring it down. And this is how I would do it. This is just me. This is my preference for this, because I think for a big button that would work just fine. And don't forget to clip all your threads. Go ahead and put this back over here. Now, I've been putting buttons on manually for years, so I've always just been used to that. But I have arthritis in my hand. I have arthritis, period. So I decided to give this technique a try. And now that we have that button on there, we are going to go ahead and test it through the buttonhole. And that's how I test the size of buttonhole compared to button. I know that isn't perfect. Life isn't perfect, but that's how I tested this with the buttonhole. It worked. I remember this, the 4-hole, this is the 2-hole. And make sure that when you do things like this, that you keep your test pieces on hand, because you can make this one here, which I will eventually show you how to sew this one. This one is just a test piece. Testy, testy. So yeah, it's just the test piece for this. And what I did when I did this initial portion was I tucked it down, but I had it this way. That's how I did that. And then so what I'm thinking when I do that on both sides is to just bring the fabric like this, you know, because you want to stitch this all the way across. Instead of just part of the way like this one, you're going to want to stitch that all the way across. That way it's very symmetrical. And I think that would look nice, neat, and clean. And then you don't have to try to struggle, because what I did with this one was I actually took it to try to get it like this. You could do that too, I suppose, to get it like that to hold. But then when you go to put it back down, you're going to be stuck with these ends kind of being up like that. When we don't want to have it look like your buttonhole's trying to say hello, hello. No, you want your buttonhole to basically lay as flat as possible. And I think the other way to do that is how I said, you know, like stitch it across, stitch it across. It's almost going to be like an invisible buttonhole, but it will be there. And I think that would be a great way to do this. So I hope you enjoyed this short video. No, I still haven't done my nails, but whatever. I'm letting them air out for a few days, but stay happy, stay healthy, stay positive, and always stay blessed. And don't be afraid to try new things, because it doesn't matter how old you are. You're not too old to learn. That's how I feel. I will see you in the next one. Bye.